Okay, a bit of an extremely rare setup that you're looking at here, and these are two very, very beautiful radios, no question about that. Two of my favourites, no question. Now, I'm on one of our other benches today. This one's a little bit sparse in the fact we just got it on an IFR 500S and a little power supply. This one is actually 240 volts. This was, let me just turn that down. Oh, where are we? That one. Yeah, let's turn that one down. This radio was factory delivered 240 volts down in South Africa. And of course down there, they're 220, 230 down there. So 240 is definitely quite okay, which means no clock modification required on this one. Often we're having to join a couple of pins together. Actually, a mate of mine, Wayne, in WA, and I've been talking about this quite a bit lately. And quite able to be modded, but just a matter of the 110 volt versions, the clocks will run a bit fast on them. Fast or slow, Wayne? I'll try to remember now. Anyway, they don't run accurately. So let's have a look at what is possibly, well, the cleanest I've ever seen in my life. Definitely Sidebander 6 and Console 6, no question. The things that stand out straight away. I haven't even cleaned this from delivery, by the way. You know, I can still go through and, you know, clean up a few little bits. There's a bit of dust, etc. on there. The things you start to notice, look at these knobs. They're like new. Now, we've got other Console 6s here. And once again, have a look at the knobs on these here. On the Sidebander 6, once again, like new. Look, there's just so many things about what we're looking at the moment. The condition of here across the top, so many elements of the Sidebander 6 and the Console 6 that normally have, you know, issues with them. And now I've got an antenna on this one. I think I was sort of hearing someone coming on there. I don't know if there's much skip at the moment. It's pretty cold out there today, so not sure that we're going to hear too much. So I'm into dummy load on this one and antenna on this one for the moment. But we'll just have a quick look at them in just a second. But I can already tell you, because I know the owner of these extremely well. Turn that down a bit. These will work 100%. He's not only an amateur and a chap that loves collecting, you know, old collectible CB radios, but he's also a very technical chap as well. Extremely good at what he does. And I guarantee I won't have to touch these. It'll just be probably he could do a better job on these than I have, you know, and in the past on the ones we've played with. He really does know his stuff. Anyway, enough. We've given David a big sort of big head. But thanks, David. These are beautiful. They really are. And thanks for all the packaging. Actually, specifically thanks for the packaging. He went to a lot of effort to make sure when you're packaging an SBE Console 6, the trick is to be able to package this area here so that nothing gets broken, and you couldn't have done that better. Just beautiful packaging, so that's great. All right. Now, some of you have seen us look at Console 6s before, so, you know, but we really haven't done a combination video showing you the Sidebander 6 with the Console 6 and really how similar they were in what they did in functionality for, you know, the age of them, etc., etc. At the moment, the Sidebander 6 here is on antenna, and basically you can go like I'm going there, channel. You can go up and down on these, like so. Really nice. Look, I've had a lot of these, and this keypad is just unbelievable, the feel of it. Oh, look at that. Super Bowl. I just said before that we won't hear much because it's so cold outside, but it's obviously warm somewhere. So there you go. There's some activity on the Super Bowl. Might even be some activity on Channel 11, you never know, from the US. Oh, yeah. That's amazing. No, that's really doing well. Beautiful receiver on these things. Let me just swap over antenna. I'm going to take this one, the console 6 off dummy load for a second. Okay. Oh, these controls are so beautiful. Unbelievable. Seriously, as I said, I've got a few of these and I've had a few over the years. Never had one this nice. So let's go down to channel... Oh, check it out. Go to AM would help too, by the way. I just realised I'm on sideband. Come on, guys. Come back. Here we go. As you can see, both receivers on these radios, they're just exceptional. Oh, look at this. Now, once again, we can just go up in channel in segments. We've got slow and fast, etc., etc. Okay. I just actually was curious just to sort of see what we've got there. Hawaiian Islands there. My goodness. All right, so we obviously got a little bit of skip today, so that's good. Let's get back to having a look at this. Okay, so let's just see how they operate. I'm just on the IFR 500S at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Just on AM. 1, 2. It's doing its 5 watts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a PEP meter there. So that's doing quite well. So let's go to sideband. Let's go up to channel 35 for a bit of fun. We're on dummy load, by the way, so we're not interfering with anyone. And let's just have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, David, you've got this percolating very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, that's a 15 watt scale. And he's got that working beautifully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just peaking 20 watts there. Hello, 1, 2. So that's working rather well. I suppose we want to know, does it receive? We know it does, but how well? Wow. Wow, it receives really well. We're at 0.2 of a microvolt there. And I'm hearing that beautifully. At 0.2, goodness. That's under 0.1, 0.05. Still hearing it. Wow. Hearing it on AM. Beautiful receiver. Look, none of that surprises me. Let's have a look how it compares with the little brother, the Sidebander 6. Okay, so we'll just do a quick test on 11 AM on the 15 watt scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, good. It's carry about 4 watts and peaking about 8 watts there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 or 9. 1, 2. PP meters a little bit generous there, of course. Let's go up to let's go the slow way. Why not? For a bit of fun. Up to channel 35 for a bit of fun. What have we got in sideband output? I'm on the 15 watt scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2. Jeez, David, you've got this thing working very well. I'm going to go to the 150 watt scale again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2. And let's just turn our generator off for a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good 20 watts output there. Beautiful. No question at all. That's just sounding lovely. Don't mind my bit of feedback at the moment. It's something I've got set up a bit incorrectly, but that's all right. So let's see how the receive compares on 0.2 of a microvolt. I'll just turn that one off. 0.2 of a microvolt. Hearing it beautifully. 0.5 of a microvolt. Unbelievable. 0.2 is about 0.1 there, actually. Oops, sorry. 0.1 there. Look at the receive on this thing. Let's turn that noise blanket on and off. Oh, I just realised I had it on dim too. Well, that looks a bit brighter, doesn't it, actually? That was a bit clever of me. All right. Receiver, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, yeah. Let me just do that one more time on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, good 20 watts transmit. Beautiful transmit. This thing's driving so beautifully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. David, you've given me nothing to do on these things. I mean, goodness. Oh, look, I expected this. David is good at what he does, no question. I wish he lived over here. He could come and sort out half my radios, I reckon. You know, I'm an okay tech, but, you know, I've been a little bit off under the weather lately, so I'll take opportunities to let people help me. Anyway, all right, so let's get some antennas back into these things. Test equipment is all very nice, but antennas really are a lot more fun. Let's have a look. Okay, we're back on antenna at the moment, and I'll just put a quick call out on 35. Glenn, you about the place over in Tallangatta? This is Brenton in Tangambalanga. Wonder if you copy? Never know. Sometimes a mate of mine's on over there. We've got another local actually does a bit of CB lately in Tangam too, which sorry, I'm forgetting the names. But it's good to see more and more people getting involved in radio. All right, so let's go channel. Oh, where are we going to go? Oh, hit the right buttons would be better. So let's go to AM. Super Bowl still coming through. Geez, those lights look better bright than they did where I had it in dim. Wasn't a problem, but boy, I like bright. Yeah. Okay, so not much. Wow. This is crazy from the US. I mean, it is freezing cold over here. 10 metres, it's not the best day for 10 or 11 metres. But I didn't think we'd hear anything. That's great to hear. All right, let's go. Do you love this? Look, you may not be appreciating what I'm appreciating quite so much. I'm used to these keypads being a bit sticky, a bit sort of terrible, you know, sort of, they can, when I say terrible, they're a little bit debouncy. They sometimes don't do exactly what you want them to do. And they can be, you know, just a little bit painful. This is quite the opposite. This is really... Just try to see if that was local or... This thing's in such good condition. David, why did you sell this to me? Seriously. You should have kept this. This is, I mean, look, it's gone to a really good, deserving home. Don't get me wrong. And I've always wanted one from a personal shack that's just perfect. But, you know, my only criticism of you is shouldn't have sold it. But no, look, yes, you should have. You definitely should have. Thank you. I'm just going to say thank you. I'm not going to criticize you for selling it. I'm just going to say thank you because look at this. The keypad. Oh, man, goodness. I know no one's going to hear me on here. Anybody out there hearing us for a quick test? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 9 testing. Test, test, test. And I'm not going to hear anyone. I know that. Nobody's going to come back and say, hey, howdy. You believe this? Okay, let's go back onto the other one. I know I'm back on AM again, but that's where the activity is at the moment. I just cannot get over. I'm sorry, but this is just so clean. There's just... There are holy grail radios, and this one will never be sold. It will when I die, but... because I've probably told my missus that it costs $15, you know, it'll go for sale for $15 because she'll go maybe 25, so she makes a profit on what I said. But yeah, no, she's just not that stupid. She knows I lie. I lie a lot. Let's have a look. Let's go down. Oh, up that one. I want to see if I can hear my old mate, Postmaster down there. I come back up again. Sometimes you'll hear Pete more so with people talking to him. You'll hear someone in the US go back and say, "Hey, Postmaster," and you know, because sometimes Pete's a little bit too close for us to hear him. But love Pete. He does a great job. Really does. He definitely a very dedicated man to keeping the Super Bowl alive from the Australian side. There's a few too. Pete was educating me a bit on some of the guys that I'm not really across some of the massive numbers that, you know, get involved in some of this. And when I started hearing about it, it was really, you know, it's good to see. It's inspiring, actually. Good to see we've got a few Australians that are really enjoying the hobby, especially with some of this old antique gear. Okay, so we're not going to get much there. Let's have a look here. And just a reminder. Oops, got to be able to see now. Channel 06. Wow. Just turn the noise blanker off here because we certainly won't have any noise here. What's he doing there? Oh, check that one. Oh, look at that signal. Look at these signals, seriously. 229 Australia. Anybody hearing us over there? Very doubtful. Very, very doubtful. I mean, I'm on 8 elements, but I am running 4 or 5 watts. These guys are running more. Just a bit more. 229 Australia. Very hopeful signal. Anybody hearing us? Sorry, I'm still getting over the flu at the moment. You can hear it in my voice, I know, but definitely on the tail end. Oh, well, look. Let's go back. As much as that's a lot of fun. Sideband. Glenn, you listening over in Tallangatta, 229 Tangam? No such luck. That's all right. I just thought I'd try. You never know who's around sometimes. But look, I'm going to finish up because otherwise I'll be here forever. But, you know, just need you to know that these, if you can get your hands on one that's as clean as this, don't sell it. Hang on to it for the rest of your life. Just you know, make it one of those holy grail radios, especially if you can get the 2. They certainly are fantastic combinations. So I'm not going to kid you, they're not cheap. And people know that I pay, you know, when I want something, I will pay for it. There's no question about it. I don't care. I didn't dispute 1 cent with David because, one, I knew, I just knew the condition they'll be with him. But number 2, I've learned something, that if you pause, it'll be gone. Like the moment I pause to buy a radio and it's this caliber of radio, it's gone. It's, you know, there's no question. The only reason I got these was because of the fact that I've had a previous relationship with David, but and we have some, you know, obviously the amateur fraternity behind us. But look, thank you, David, much appreciated, mate. And he's got some other ones coming up too, so certainly keep an eye out. Some are very particular to South Africa, some are very interesting. So certainly, you know, we've probably got what we need as far as, you know, I'm not going to be trying to take every last radio from David. That's not it at all. But these 2, yeah, oh boy, had to have these. All right, well, that's nearly 20 minutes on an SBE Console 6 Sidebander 6 Duo. And even though we've done a bit on the Console 6 before, we've done a bit on the Sidebander 6, we've never done a Duo video. So we're going to call this the SBE Duo video, I think. We'll see what we call it anyway. All right, I'm going to go back to moaning about my slight flu symptoms, etc. right now. And maybe it's time for a cup of tea to try and burn the throat off. 73s and all the best from VK3 Charlie Mike, Tangam, Bolanga, Northeast Victoria. Thanks very much for having a look at this old relic video. Certainly some nice stuff. Cheers all.